Hello everybody all over the world. Hey, and welcome to the episode that is about the Dragon's Fury. And it used to be good, and now it isn't. There's tons of problems with it. Well, the main problem before, it was too easy to use. It was easy just to melt people. The hitbox was huge. You could hit people behind you when you shot it. But now they removed or reduced the hitbox or the hurt box of the flames that you see here, to 25% less, basically. So I have this is probably the weapon I have spent the most amount of time in a while trying to figure out why it sucks. Spoilers, it sucks. It's because it has a lot of problems. And first of all, I just want to do a quick comparison. Now, I'm going to use a very specific method of doing this, and that is just to open it in my video editing software. So let's see if I can bring this up here. So here we go. There's the monitor setup. So let's see if I can do this. So you guys should be able to see this. So you have the comparison between these two and the damage they do and the time it takes. And now, Dragon's Fury has killed everything. So if you just go back a little bit, this is the time where the flamethrower has killed everybody they should kill. Happens about 3 seconds and 47 milliseconds. And then on 4 seconds and 8.08 milliseconds, the Dragon's Fury kills everybody. However, if you look at this, you can see that the remaining classes are Spy, and the Dragon's Fury killed everything else, but the flamethrower kind of just left the engineer, medic, and sniper. So the reason for this is, of course, the range is longer. Oops, sorry about that, Spy. You can see we hit everybody except the Spy. If we stand here, this is everyone we hit. So it has a pretty long range. So then if we switch to the flamethrower, so you can see for yourself from the side as well, you can see it only goes to about the engineer, leaving these, depending on if you move or not. So yes, that's the comparison. It has lower DPS, but it has longer range. So you would think that would add up, but it doesn't, because there's another point that I will get to in a little bit. So let's see. I'm gonna see if I can I? Wait. That's wrong. There we go. Is this? No, that's also wrong. What? Wait, hold on. Ah, there we go. Yes! So it has longer range. That's a plus, right? You can shoot longer. It has a knockback, knock up. So I'm not sure if you know, this is actually not mentioned anywhere. If you look at this weapon, it doesn't say anything about knocking people out, but here's the thing you might have noticed. If you shoot people and then shoot them in the legs, fuck. If you shoot people and then in the legs, they jump. You see that? So you can basically do like, air shot montage, boop. And it works for soldier as well. You can't do it with heavy. Well, he jumps only a little bit. You can also do it with pyro. And also the damage you do very far away is like 28 on the first hit, but on other consecutive hits, it changes all the way from 86 to like 94. Seems to be some combo system. So that is interesting to know. However, that's like the plus sides. Now we'll get to all the downsides of this weapon. So next up is that it has a combo system. So that means if you can't land the combo, you're going to be doing a fraction of the damage. That is if even you can hit people. And you do less damage, of course. It's less damage than the flamethrower. We've seen that. It's not much if you hit all your shots perfectly. It's not much. It's a little less damage. But it has a slower air blast, and that is a big deal. So basically, if you don't do this, and then switch back before the air blast is complete, you're missing out. So basically, you're missing out on potential DPS heal sources because you can't air blast as quickly as you can, and you won't be able to deny Ubers as good as you can. You can try to shoot the thing at the feet, but I'm not sure if that works. And then, of course, it's unreliable, because if we go into this game, and let's just turn on a bot mimic, like hitting all the shots on these guys is not going to be easy. And it's also pretty bugged if you look at this medic. Can't hit him because the needles are actually blocking my hitbox. Same with the soldier. The rocket actually blocks the shots. He was out of bullets there. So that's also a problem. It's fucking unreliable, and it's also bugged, like with that part. So it's bugged. So that's the problem. All right. But that's not it. I did a lot of research on this. I'm like, it can't be true. Like, why does it feel so weak? And stuff like that. And then I made a comparison that I don't think a lot of people actually made, which is an important distinction. So here we have what I call damage per kill. This shit right here. So that is basically the amount of damage you do before you get a kill. So generally, if a weapon is good, you have low damage per kill is good. That means you are doing efficient damage and people die fast. So here we have 3 tiers of players. You have high players, basically meant they have medics, heavies, good team composition. Mid meant they had okay, good team composition. And low means there were noobs and I could own pretty much the entire team by myself. So here we have the numbers. So high, you can see, like this is the numbers. So you can see that mid and low, it changes, but it's not 100% accurate. But that was the data I gathered over several days. And this is the Dragon's Fury. And then I thought, well, the Dragon's Fury is kind of like a shotgun flamethrower. So how does it compare if I just use the shotgun and nothing else and play pyro? Keep in mind the shotgun has pretty long reload, right? This is the damage per kill. It's actually lower on most cases. I was more effective using just shotgun and switching to whatever flamethrower I used just to air blast, and then switch back to the shotgun and never fucking use this thing ever. And it was so much more reliable. I could kill more. You can see the damage is lower against better players. And in mid, it's a little higher, but that's just, data. And then you can see on low players is actually a lot, like it's 100 less damage almost, like 50 something or more than that. Right? But then you might ask, well, GPS, how does it compare to just normal flamethrower? All right, drum roll, you can make predictions. How will the regular flamethrower, when I use regular flamethrower, how was my damage per kill in these 3 categories? And it's nearly halved. I was twice as successful using regular flamethrower and whatever other weapons I used in terms of damage, because I can air blast, I can put my teammates out, I can deny Ubers. So denying Ubers doesn't actually show here, but you can deny a lot more and be a lot more pain in the ass with this. And it's like, would you rather have these numbers, or these numbers? And the answer is that you will never have this because this weapon sucks. It's shit. It's bad. Bad gun. But we're going to look at it regardless. So that's enough of that. It's about 8 minutes. Sorry. 8 minutes of me just rambling about how much poop it is. There is another tech you can do that I will show you. There will be a tech video coming out. But basically, if to try and maximize some trickery here, let's just turn off the bot mimic here so they don't mimic my stuff. Because basically, you can do this, right? If you do this, you can jump like this. Maintain your speed. Can't. Let's see. Oop, and oop, oop. Kind of like that. So while it does shoot faster like this, you want to be more accurate and like actually hit. So you won't necessarily get a full speed buff out of this combo system unless you land every single shot. And sometimes you have to wait a little bit before you shoot. And then it punishes you because you lose the speed boost and you can't save it. So if you hit people that's already on fire, it doesn't get faster. It like punishes you, so it's a bit weird that way. So we're gonna witness this weapon malfunctioning pretty hard in the first demo that was sent to Christian Ma in the nick of time. So this is going to be Gold Rush. And he's just using the detonator. I found that the detonator was the best choice. So then he goes and it's like, yeah, trying to hit this demo. Yeah, there we go. And kill that teleporter. All right, so there's a sentry. So this is basically good for like, sidestepping throughout close corridors. Okay. Okay. And, I mean, it looks to me, that looks like a hit, doesn't it? But it's no damage because the hitbox fucked. And he's like, well, this engineer then. All right, question. Will he hit the engineer and will he do damage? Place your bets, people. Bet, 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 bet. Betting is over. And the answer is no. No, because the hitbox is tiny and shit and it sucks. And then his teammate comes in and just kills everything with the reliable weapon of the flamethrower, which is oh so much better in every single situation. You will never use this weapon ever unless you're only sidestepping the entire game. And answer, you can't sidestep the entire game because the maps aren't designed like that. And then he goes in, of course, even if you just miss stuff, like Brass Beast Heavies, you will do a lot less damage because they have like the damage push. Of course, he's being a gentleman. He's like, you can take this. I'm wearing the back scratcher, so I actually take way less healing, but you decide to heal me, and we're gonna build Uber pretty quickly, and then we jump over for, you know, added mobility and stuff. And here we go. Take your chance, and another thing I forgot to mention is that you have to wait until the fireball has fired and the repressure thing set before you can air blast. And that's a pretty big thing. So once Christian Knott finishes up this absolute this thing, I'm gonna have to show that really quick. And just like the importance of just convenient air blasting, because that's a huge thing for pyros. Like, you need air blast. It's like such a good tool for like whatever, right? It's just so strong. And then they kind of just said like the flog is better than this thing, and the flog sucks. So here we go. So basically, normal flamethrower is like this, right? You go and get the normal flamethrower. It's like, all right, burn, 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 burn. All right, shit, I need to air blast. All right, continue to burn. And then burn, 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 burn. And shit, I need to air blast. Okay, I can burn again. And with this thing, it's like, shoot, and shit, I need to air blast. I need to air blast, wait. Okay. It sucks. It's stupid and it's bad. All right, so let's move on to the next demo, and we'll go and review this, and we'll just continue to inspect this weapon. We already know that it's bad, but I kind of have to do this because maybe it has a redeeming factor that we just haven't discovered yet. Maybe. I think not. So here we go. This is gonna be none other than our friend Rattle Wrench, and he's gonna be running here, and he's gonna be using it with the shotgun as well. And then he sees a soldier up there, and he's like, "Well, that soldier is dominating me." So then he shoots some stuff, knocks him back, takes some damage. Oh, look at that! All right, the dick, the revenge dick, reflect kill. Always feels so good. Yeah, so then he goes back, grabs some ammo. It's gonna retreat or group up with his team. Of course, team play is a lot better now that people are evenly matched in casual. For the most part, it's a lot better than it was. But it doesn't take much to not be awful, to say it like that. He's also using the shotgun, which we know is better than the Dragon's Fury on its own in terms of reliableness. Yes, you do not hit people through them. It doesn't pierce, but most of the time when you're using this weapon, it won't, because people scatter and they usually don't line up for you like I did in the test for you to just kill them. So here we go, and kill that scout. It's a soldier. Ah, missed. Okay, and missed. Okay, and he killed the medic, and shoot, and we missed. And we're at the point blank, and he rocket jumped, so the rocket he shot actually blocked our shot, so he doesn't take any damage. And then we use the shotgun, which actually just, if we point at people, it will hit them, and then we lag a bit, but we kill the soldier, and good, all-reliable shotgun saves us, while the Dragon's Fury remains absolutely worthless. I would say you should scrap this, but you can't get it elsewhere, so in case it gets good in the future, you best just keep it in your inventory and have it collect some dust. So here we go, and you also got to be very careful about engaging soldiers, because keep in mind, not only can they, you know, deny your bullets, but also the way you reflect, you have to be very much careful, because even after you reflect, you can't start shooting the fireball right away. You have to wait until it goes over, and if you don't switch weapons, you are at a disadvantage because you're just standing there like a dumbass waiting for this repressurization thing to go on and do its thing. So then he goes through a side there, meets a pyro, of course. To my tests, running does not increase the range of this gun. So normal flamethrowers, range will increase if you're moving forward. With this weapon, it's not, because it's a projectile and it works totally different. That is to my tests. And also, it has a combo weapon when you are burning people properly, but not a combo weapon if you're air blasting properly as well. Like if you hit all your air blasts, you are not getting faster repressurization, but that would be nice to have, and I think hopefully they do that in the future. And then you realize that, fuck this weapon, shotgun's better, I'm gonna use this, and now they have crit screen once again, and run into this pyro, and hitting people at point blank range, you know, pyro is a point blank range character, is actually a lot harder than using the regular flamethrower, so they kind of fucked up there. And I quote from the post on the Valve server, "We are happy with the design of this weapon and the playstyle it brings. But it should require tighter hit tolerances in order to reach the higher end of the damage range. But we've seen here that even if you hit the damage range, it's like this much." So yes, longer range, but in reality it doesn't work because the people you shoot move, right? So for a while I didn't record anything. I was just like focusing on this, and I had a couple of times where I played against players who were really new, didn't know I was there, and they were just strafing all randomly, and I was pretty much at close to point blank range, and I couldn't hit them. Because as soon as I hit, the projectile missed. That's probably on me, but we will go on to our proper intro here, and that is Kyoshi. He's going to be using the detonator with this weapon, and this was my choice as well, because the detonator offers so much mobility combined with the power jack, so you can be like, it's actually, I would say, the more efficient jetpack. Jetpack, yeah, jumps further, but you can't jump as much, so you don't lose health. But this thing, you can make this jump, and it's pretty cool. And you can like tech it with the power jack, and it's really, really strong, really, really good, really, really fun. And also, you can pre-ignite players to get yourself that boost. So we've seen here Koishi, or not Kyoshi, whatever fucking weeb names. He's doing a pretty good job of just, you know, denying this. He's gonna go around the side and do some shoot, air blast his friend, get some health back. So even though you can't air blast this quickly, yeah, there we go. All right, so let's go back and look at that again, because I love to watch this, because I'm thinking this is not just Kyoshi, this is also me, and probably a lot of you guys as well when you use this weapon. So Pyro class integrity, good at close range. So here we go, here he is, and we're just gonna look at this in slow motion and see just how painful it is. So here comes the soldier, right? We're supposed to be good against soldiers, close range, if we can see him coming. So there he is, and shoot right at him. Nope, went straight through him, didn't do any damage. All right, so we try here, nope, tried to predict that. The soldier isn't moving very well, so we try and hit. That was a miss, guys! And then we shoot right at him, and that was also a miss because he fired a rocket, and then the spy is actually better than the gun altogether, and then he misses the dome and he dies, and this weapon sucks a fat cock. God, it's even if it would work, it would still not be better or viable in any situation except sidestepping a poorly placed sentry. You know what else is good at killing a poorly placed sentry? Fucking every other class in the game. A poorly placed sentry is weak against everything, and I can't help but feel like if you would play soldier in the same situation, you would be doing a whole lot better. Just because it's good, and it has splash damage, and it's a projectile, and you can jump with it. So this is going to be Nurse, going to be playing with his weapon as well, and aim's not perfect, but we're going to see what this weapon is like when you don't have a good aim. Because Pyro is all about, you know, just in the general direction, just pointing at people. So first we run into a heavy, and there we go, we ignite him. All right, so we missed that, so we lose the combo, so back to 30 damage. There we go, combo, combo, combo. Yes, finally he dies. And let's see if we can hit this medic. It's a bit hard to grasp how long it is. Yeah, there we go, we did 20 damage. We wasted half our sentry. Careful about that sentry. All right, so fall back, heal up. Don't have mobility tool like a soldier would. And we're trying to hit this. There's some lag. All right, so we got the Uber. Let's go in here. Let's miss the heavy. Oh, that's not easy. All right, sentries. We're good against sentries because sentries cannot move. And then this heavy is gonna go down, and somebody comes through the teleporter. Lucky, unlucky guy. Keep in mind this projectile does penetrate all buildings and players, so it got that going for it, which is nice. So it's good against stationary targets. Slightly better than the normal gun, but you can see like it's extremely unforgiving in terms of hitting people. Yeah, finally hit that soldier on that last hit there. So there's a lot of what they call in aviation for near misses. It was near, but you missed. Welcome to the Dragon's Fury. I would be furious if I was a dragon and this was my breath. So you go, Nurse, just coming through another engagement with this heavy, checking back for spies or whatever else might be there. Let's see, eventually we're gonna kill this medic. He dies from afterburn. That is fine. Keep in mind the first initial hit doesn't burn for very long either. In fact, it burns shorter than if you would have just one tap to the flamethrower. But it does more damage because it's a burst, so it checks out. However, the second hit will burn more, and we will go over that when we do the extinguisher, because that's a weapon that is fun now. So there we go. Eventually going to be moving forward using the Scorch Shot. That is something we can do use for a little bit of jumpy jams as well as pre-ignition, because then we will hit for 80 or 90 instead of 30 on the first hit. There we go, pre-igniting the medic. Nice work there. However, a bit passive, but there is a heavy there, and we don't have much support from our team. However, we're going to spend our eternity of air blasts on those bombs. There we go. We got this. Going to go in. Sentry. We're pretty good against that. Doesn't matter if it's wrangled. We're just going to shoot at it until it dies. Engineer can only repair so much, and then we're gonna go and chase this engineer, and eventually we will hit them. There we go, that's one hit. And that was all the hit we had. If you used the power jack, you could have used the tech I showed earlier to gain some distance and probably kill that guy, but this sniper is stupid, and we kill him, and the Kritzkrieg engineer, was it? Or something? There was crits at least. And this medic is healing us once again. Nurse in some trouble as she eats an arrow for breakfast. So we saw there, I think a lot of you have had similar experiences. I have it where people are just in the sweet spot where you just can't hit them. Like it's either the projectile is not fast enough, or it's too slow, or that's the same thing. The hitbox isn't big enough. It's very unforgiving. In previous state, it was super easy to use, but now it's the thing that you leave in the toilet after you go number 2 is what it is. So coming up next, this is going to be Nutty. He's actually going to be using the gas passer with this weapon. And this is to showcase some more of the reflect problems that you have with this weapon, because you reflect, and if you're using the gas passer, you can't do anything else. You can just look or switch to your melee weapon. In this case, he's using the power jack, so he's going to be able to run faster. But luckily, this guy,
you incompetence surrounds me.
It's not going to be very good. So he actually gives him time to actually repressurize and do it again. So he gets a nice little reflect there. However, if the soldier would have fired immediately, he would have been absolutely screwed. He couldn't have done anything about it. So this is, of course, the Thunder Mountain, my favorite map of all time. There we go. He has the gas passer ready, which, of course, is also a weapon that sucks and isn't what it should be. But we will go over that in the next episode, which is that. So he throws that, and nobody's here. That's okay. We're just going to burn this soldier. There we go. 3-hit kill. He did kill our medic, but that's okay. And there's a scout. Shoot the legs for liftoff. And double pyro with double flamethrower is way more effective than we could ever hope to be. Going down on low ground, of course, we can light the heavy there on fire, so we helped there, so we wouldn't have been able to do that without the flamethrower. However, if he had the flamethrower, we probably wouldn't be in this situation in the first place. So we eat a headshot quickly, and then we run up to the base. Of course, Mr. Nutty here is going to grab all the health packs instead of going into spawn because he's not a pussy. And then he throws this. It ignites some people, does what it's supposed to do. However, they have heals and no follow-up, so it didn't really do much. And then he's going to hit this medic. Eventually does. Run around the side, hit this heavy a couple of times. Hit this heavy as well. The fatso is actually dodging your projectiles because he's fat and slow, but he's fast enough to do that. So going back, grabbing this. There's a pyro. We missed the first shot. We're just going to air blast him away and then run. Oh, the heal arrow of dreams. Medic's most unappreciative or unappreciated skill for newer players, where they don't even realize it. Down to like 2 health, arrow from afar. Didn't even notice. I'm just very good at the game. And voices are enabled, so I'm just gonna disable that so we don't have that disturbing us. So here we go. We're gonna go around, grab some more stuff. We haven't really done all that much because the enemy team isn't doing much either. It's not much for us to interact. It's hard to lay a puzzle when there's no puzzle. So again, Nutty is just going around being a bit passive. He doesn't have heals or any follow-up, and also this map isn't that great for this kind of weapon. Tries to hit the medic, he dies. And now we're in a spot where, whoop, yep, gonna go back and grab some more health. There we go, and there's a health pack there, and of course a health pack there. This is how to find health packs on Thunder Mountain on first stage on Defenders. It's going to try and crouch this scout, can't really do it. Going back, throw this, all right, and shit, all right, so we can't do much about that, but we are gonna go on the low ground. Are we screwed? The answer is yes. So pretty mediocre. Not a lot of stuff happening, but issues with the reflect there, because normally because you're getting put in this weird situation where you're like, well, either you can get rid of all your fireballing for a short period of time, or you can continue shooting. So it's like, do you push or do you keep shooting and try and lift them up? So next up is going to be none other than Shiro Shinigami. And this is actually one of the few maps that has places where you can actually use this quite effectively. So like tiny hallways like this, you can do sidestepping here, like in and out of this corridor, and you can really utilize the fact that you can't get hit while it repressurizes and you hit them again. However, you gotta be very careful about the timing so you hit them. That way you do the most damage. So there's like against a sniper, you can see even at this range, we miss. And then he's like, fuck it, just fucking hit him with the rake, because that's way more reliable than this fucking thing. And there comes the heavy, and this is a good spot because you can sidestep. He doesn't do it. He's gonna go through this side. Missed opportunity there, so he hits the heavy, and then you should go and sidestep some more. The heavy. All right, so we're gonna go this way. We're gonna actually go around. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There he is. And then he kills him right before the sniper shoots him, and the sniper's like, "Fucking kill steal." So despite being in a great position of using this weapon to its fullest, he doesn't. So he launches the medic. There's rainbows everywhere. Shoot the shoot the medic. Yes, we hit him. Ah, he didn't move. Ah, yes. We found the spot. This weapon is great at killing people who are taunting and not moving. Confirmed. As Mahoragan kills Shiro Shinigami. Brutally with a weapon that's good. Which this one isn't. So, one thing I didn't mention that this weapon is good, is bad at. So let's just add that to this text here. Let's just add that really quick. I forgot that. Shit at spy checking. I forgot to add that. So that's the thing. It fucking sucks at spy checking because you go as opposed to right. What would you rather have? Would you have or would you have? I would have the flamethrower. So there's a spy. He went somewhere. There's a soldier. Burn him. Yep, he was pretty weak. Kill him off for 30 health or less. This weapon one-shots them, as it does everything else. All right, so there's a Cobalt, of course, a friend. He's using the Scorch Shot for pre-ignition, little jump, and long-range air blast. Gonna try and go through here. No, it doesn't have full health. Just gonna check this lower area and witness the spy. All right, so we've already confirmed that this weapon sucks at spy checking. So let's see when we aren't spy checking, but we know he's a spy. Let's view this. So okay, so we have the extinguisher. So okay, we light him on fire, and then he gets away, and then we reflect. Ooh, nice reflect kill there. Oh, there's a spy. Okay. So, spy checking with this weapon is time consuming and not worth it, and the spies can easily get away if they have like Dead Ringer or I like the Spycicle. And then you're fucked because you don't have the combo pressurization. So if you lose the combo, you're screwed, and you're better off with the flamethrower. So this is going to be him, and he's going to be showing me a cool little jump I didn't know you could make. So this is not so much just the Dragon's Fury, but more like the Scorch Shot. So there you go, that's forever. So he would have been able to switch to Scorch Shot fire before the repressurization happened again. So keep in mind, if you use this weapon and you don't switch, there we go, kills the air floating soldier with the extinguisher. Sees the sniper, lights him on fire. Should probably do faster weapon switch tech, but he doesn't. It's by utilizing the tools. He goes over here, and this is a little cool little jump you can do, right? So you see, it's like, oh, that looks like a cool place. You can jump up here, and then you can jump up here again. There we go, and then jump up here, and then we can go through the window. Oop. Surprise, motherfucker! Oh, my team's here. All right, cool. Well, at least you know. The more you know. That's all I wanted to show. The cool little goalie jump you can do there. If you're in a choky situation, that's definitely a flanking route you can take. Moving on, we're gonna look at Gugu, and he is gonna be using the rake, and we're actually gonna see some rake efficiency here, but he's gonna be playing on a map that I hate, which is Egypt. But a lot of people play it because I don't know. So he's just gonna run out, gates are about to open, they have tons of pyros, and of course the rake is good when you need to pick up ammo packs a lot. And that's what he's gonna do. He's also using the detonator, which would be my recommended weapon secondary of choice. If you wanna use the shotgun, just use the shotgun and don't touch this thing, like we already established. So there we go. Gonna be doing some combo damage, and of course, because he has the rake, he's able to utilize this health pack fully, back to full health. That is a lot of health from one health pack, and then he remains alive. Keep in mind that he would not have had full health, and if he takes a big hit like that shot, he would have died. So the rake actually saved him in this situation, and I approve. And there's a dispenser that takes forever, so we're just gonna go and grab this huge health pack, air blast a friend, miss it, and then try and do spy checking with this thing. Good luck. Tries to light the medic on fire. Here I would really like to see that he jumped the medic and the soldier, and misses the air blast, and it takes a year until it's ready again. We're really exposed, missing the air blast on that as well. And we're just gonna go and retreat. So he does some trickery down in the spawn, just to switch some weapons, I guess, or skins or whatever. So one thing, it's because it's lower air blast, you're gonna lose every air blast battle you're ever in. So if a pyro doesn't want you somewhere and you don't want him somewhere, the other pyro, if he's using the flamethrower, is gonna push you around like you were nothing. So, there you go. It's like, it's so bad when you miss, like, the air blast. It's so long. So, oh God, why? Why touch the sacred art of air blasts? Well, it used to be pretty darn good, so that's probably why. So there's a pyro. All right, so let's, he air blasted us, and he air blasted us again. We're gonna try and hit him. Yes, okay, he died. Nice.
Easy operation.
Oh, so easy. First try and everything. This man is defending for his life. Gonna run back into spawn, do some more trickery, run back out. Here comes the onslaught of the other team, killing the demo man. Will we get a clear shot on the medic? We miss. We hit. We hit again, but we had to pause because we had to realign our aim, and so the combo was inefficient. Hopefully you're starting to see a pattern emerge here of what I constantly keep repeating and saying. Next up is going to be someone else. The guy is going to be none other than Panic Police. And we're going to be looking at him play here on King of the Hill Badlands. Not a map that I like, because I like Nora on Badlands, but he's going to be using it with the panic attack, and that's no one else really did that. Most people just used either jetpack or a flare gun of sorts. Hardly anyone used a shotgun. And there you go, Lance. Spy. Oh, GPS, that was great spy checking. What the fuck are you talking about? The weapon is great. It's like, yeah, if you hit it, you see, 2 spies? He killed 2 spies. Fucking easy.
Easy operation.
So easy, right? And then, goes on the flank here. And, there's a heavy. Shoot him, shoot him. Yes, all right, he didn't even get the fire because he was already weakened. There we go. All right, kill him, kill him. All right. Shit. Alright, because keep in mind, demo knights are a bit more of a problem now because you can't air blast just like out of convenience anymore. You have to be very methodical. And you see a medic, alright, using the power jack to gain some distance. Burn the medic, burn the sniper, out of the way! Eventually we get them at close range. And then we capture the point, and we have the panic attack. And then the medic just decides to have a little dance. Oh, that's obviously a spy because nobody is as good looking as us. It's good to know that you look the way you do. That way you can kill them if you don't look like how they look. So there's a soldier, and it's like, well, air blast timings and everything missed. Oh, save you! No! I'll save you if you just run forward, you stupid. God, it's stupid. Stupid. These gibbous snipers, man. Gibbous pyro vision. Gibbous vision. It's like, I'll save you. He's like, no, I want to die. My back hurts. I want to lay down on it. So there we go. Spy checking and ooh. Well, you can see, like, if you hit your shots, it works great for spy checking if the spies just happen to run into where you're shooting, the same way that the sniper rifle is great at spy checking invisible spies if they walk where you're aiming and shoot when you don't see them. So, of course, last episode was the jetpack, but this episode also has some jetpack in it, and this has some pretty sweet jetpacking action. I love this. It's the Dragon's Fury Amadeus with kind of Dragon's Fury other weapon. Oop, that was a headshot or a body shot. Let's just go in and abuse the loadout switcheroos. Light that scout on fire, do a whole whopping 40 damage. And here we go. Jump! And Sentry, fuck you. Sentry was already hurt. And we're out of here. See ya, boo! Oh, that's an interesting teleporter location. Let's just kill that. Low on health. Oh, the air blast! Oh, killing the guy, gets fucking shot on. Wait, it's not ready. Oh. That's a nice little, ambush. You can get it. You can do burst damage pretty quickly. Probably would not have had the same effect if you would have used the regular flamethrower, because the sentry might have killed you. So in that one scenario, it was better than the flamethrower. Of all we've seen until now, this was the one case. Also, the sentry was unsupervised and already hurt. Just saying. But this is Amadeus once again. We're back with the jetpack, reminding his team that they have to attack at any point in time. And this is what I call the jetpack save. So he comes. Oh, there's a heavy there. Oh, I'm missing the stairs. That's okay. I'm gonna go up to the medic. All right, we got jetpack. Here we go. Whoop! And surprise! Gonna let you. Oh shit! 12 health. 12 health. Quickly! Oof. There we go. The jetpack save. There you go. All right, we have a soldier. Oh, it's not ready. Hold on. The charge wasn't ready. Okay, it's fine. Fine. He can stay. But we have saved our hide with the art of jetpack. He could potentially just jetpack down in the ground. And he would have taken like 6 or 5 damage, because you do take insanely reduced fall damage when you use that thing. And of course, this is going to be pretty tough. And then, of course, air blasting the medic. And there you go. Gonna chase this JoJo heavy. There we go. Burn. Oh, okay, so we went airborne without the flamethrower, the jetpack. That's okay. So we're gonna take this sentry the same way we did it. Oh, and shit. But at least it was spectacular. It was amazing. So the next one is gonna be what I would call the send that shit to GPS episode. So this is Tariko. He's playing on an awful frame rate, as you can see here. Like this is not your monitor or something malfunction. This is a guy playing TF2 with either a horrible connection or on a toaster, or on a toaster on a horrible connection. So it's like, oh, sentry, reflect, yes, nice. All right, so we're just gonna use the squirt shot instead. So that's one shot to he picked it up. He picked it up. Where could the engineer have gone? Could he have gone to this side? No, he's not there. Spoilers, he went elsewhere. Maybe he is out here somewhere. Where is he? There's the gun. It's rebuilding. Quickly. Destroy that thing. Yes, and then we're going to destroy this engineer eventually. Shoot the health back. He got it. But now... No, it's a pretty good run. I think I'm gonna send that. Oh, there's only one send that shit to GPS quota per episode, but it's pretty good. So now we're gonna look at me and how I played with this thing, because I played with this a lot and I could never get a good feel for it. It wasn't until today I realized that if you shoot people in the legs, they fly. Because I would see people fly, and it would usually happen around ramps, and I wouldn't really understand what it is. So this is a good example of some sidestepping, where I'm able to sidestep a sentry because the sentry's in the shit spot. And of course I use the detonator. Here we go. Like, this is what I mean. You have to do this the entire game. However, you can't do it the entire game because you get hit and shot and burned and blown up and stuff like that. So there we go. Some more air blasts, lighting people on fire, and this other pyro. This guy is very busy. He is on, he's actually making sure that the crates doesn't fall over. That's what he does. And of course, my best friend is this little health pack here. Trying to weasel my way. Of course, he died. Because, you know, hiding in the corner like a bitch gets you killed like a bitch. And then we grab the health pack again for the time. There's a soldier. Reflect. Hit the sniper. Try and hit the soldier. There we go. More sidestepping. Sidestep. 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 Yes. Got it. Got it. Would not have been possible with the regular flamethrower. But with the regular flamethrower, I might have been able to have gotten more reflex off, and I wouldn't have to be so methodical and careful. So, coming up next is going to be more me, and it's going to be me versus the Phlogistinator. Who would win? Fireball boy or a crit damage boy? Well, you'll just have to see. So there we go. All right, so I'm just going to do a little detonator jump. I love the detonator. It's highly underrated. It's like a jetpack, but more, not so far, but pretty good. Great for pre-igniting and just doing overall damage per second. And okay, here's the, oh, he used it. So he is now invulnerable. He can't take any damage. And once he is done, he will have critical damage. So what I will do, I will just try to air blast him and then run back and just shoot fire at him twice, and then he dies. And then I'll continue my journey. I will go and bother this sniper. There we go, he dies, and then I will go bother this pyro. We'll realize it's me too slowly. And then nothing more interesting happens. So that was how you deal with Phlogistinator pyros with this thing, is that you just run away and shoot them because you have longer range. Or basically it goes for any kind of flog pyro, just stay out of their range and kill them as soon as they are done. So coming up next, it's me, and I'm gonna show you that this thing is fucking unreliable. So even me, with my talent and near 10,000 hours in the game, even though Pyro is probably one of my least made classes, aiming and prediction is something I can do. So here I did manage to get a nice 3 combo, however I find that holding down the button to maintain the fastest speed is actually very unreliable, because you don't get the bonus, and you can see it's very tough to hit, even at this range. I'm like, fuck this medic, and I hit a random crit. And of course this is a good spot where I can like hit the sentry and the engineer and stuff like that, nice little angle. There we go, and the engineer just jumps up because we hit him in the feet. And then we don't really hit anything. And then we die. This weapon sucks. So, then the last demo of the day before we finish off and we do the raffle and that kind of stuff, this is just going to be a question. Because usually when you play, like, your effective field of view when you play is like, it's like this square, right? You don't really see anything else, but when you're observing, you don't have to focus as much, so you can see everything. So that's why when you watch people on YouTube and other stuff, like, why didn't they see that? And it's like, well, actually your effective field of view as a human is like this distance, like from your thumb to your pinky, and just hold that out, and that, like, this little square is actually what you see. Everything around it is kind of just a blur. And that happens in game 2, so just be clear of that. So here we go. And then we start capture. And witness, I want you to pay attention to this pyro at the back here. The guy with the jetpack. Where'd he go? Where did he go? So now we can think about it, and I mean, you heard him land, so obviously he didn't go to space, but it wasn't far off. So basically what happened is that I hit the perfect mini crit direct hit, ultra extra damage the moment he used this thing. So I'm just gonna slow it down and witness how quickly he jumps. So he goes, and he actually doesn't go that far. He just kind of just falls down here and then lands. That's why I was confused, because he landed and I'm like, where'd he go? And he's actually down here. You can see, I couldn't see him, but I heard him. So that is going to conclude the Dragon's Fury. And I'm just going to bring this up again. This is the for people who just tuned in. This is not for people in the video. This is the damage per kill for high, mid, and low skilled players. This is using shotgun only as a pyro, and it's actually better. And the flamethrower is just absolutely better in all aspects overall. So I would never use this thing ever. Maybe maybe as a sentry buster, but if you want to use a sentry buster and with a jetpack, just go airstrike soldier, and you can jump, shoot, go forward, shoot 4 rockets. The sentry is dead if it's not being wrangled. Cool. So we are going to do one more pyro episode next week, and then we can do some other class, and then we will look at the extinguisher later. So the next topic for next week is going to be none other than the weapon that is probably worse than the Dragon's Fury. It's the Gas Passer. This thing, so play pyro, you can use whatever other unlocks you want. Preferably play on casual maps. You can play competitive too if you want to do that. But we just want to see if this weapon is actually viable, because what I think this weapon is not very good. But who knows? It might have some niche use that we don't know about, so that's why we're going to do that. And after that, we're going to look at some other class, and I'll announce that as well. So for people who made it to the end, I do have a Discord that will be in the description below. I'm sure one of my moderators can probably post the link there as I finish up the post-production on this thing. It's also going to be in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. So it's still not announced to everybody who watches. It's just people who watch this to the end, like, you know, the cool people. So yeah, check out this video. No, subscribe. Check this video. There's a couple of videos over here you can see. Do you like my hat? It's actually a cool little dog.